What's up?
You're live.
Oh, am I? Hey, okay. Hey, guys.
You're good.
We're live.
We ain't waiting for Wes.
I'm fine with that. Let's get it going. We are live on Instagram. Let me get on the TikTok. Get on TikTok here. Find the live. There we go. Okay, so I got TikTok up. Let's do refresh YouTube. Sorry about this, guys. I'll start getting you guys'.
Oh my God! Start the live.
We already have.
I know. I'm kidding.
We already started live.
I know.
All right. How do you?
What are you doing?
I don't know. How you doing my gun? Which gun is it?
Huh?
Shalom. Shalom. Slated for 3 Rivers. Can't miss TRP.
TRP is exciting. It should be a good day. You ever have cinnamon place?
Yeah. I actually like the cinnamon balls.
Oh, Cinnabon Delights.
The little delight.
I know, they're very good.
If you go to HBA VFC MP7A1 AG, would you? Yes.
Absolutely.
If you have the right kit for it. We worked on those for a while. They're very complicated inside. There's a lot of delicate wires. There's a lot of tiny little switches in there. So I would definitely do it, but because it's super awesome and it gets rid of a lot of the like the delicate parts of it when you do it. But you do need to have the right kit when you do it. So
Very what is it? A lot of labor, but
yeah,
a good reward.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So, I forgot one thing.
What did you forget?
You guys are gonna get to see the setup IRL.
Oh God, right.
No, I think it really helps.
No,
Personally,
I looked right at it when you.
Oh,
No, it does help. I like it a lot, but like I looked right at it.
That's user error.
Well, hello there. Hello there, sir. I heard Frag is a total dork IRL. Can you confirm? He is the biggest of dorks, but also super awesome dude.
Very
Frag.
very kind fella.
Frag can't confirm.
Not very good at golf. Not very good at Angry Birds Top Golf. We had a lot of fun. We went out and played some Top Golf. I didn't know it Angry Birds. I didn't know that was like actually like a game mode at Top Golf.
I didn't know it was until they showed it.
It's pretty fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Got 500 just for you guys to take. Cool, man. Bring it in.
Well, money.
Money. I'll take your money.
Hello. I like money. I like money, Mr. Krabs. The boys are all here, it seems, other than Ross.
He's handling hogs. Pig farmer.
Ross usually comes in a little later.
Yeah. There's a guy who sells the files to an HPA kit. Yeah, I've seen those files. Some of them are good. Some of them you need to actually modify. It depends on who you're getting them from. So just be careful. I would grab them from somebody who's already doing the HPA installs because they probably have a already pre-done kit. So I'd get it from somebody who's already doing the installs.
Kits are really nice. I mean,
yeah.
It's one thing to. Uh-oh, someone's getting pulled over.
That's loud.
Oh yeah, right next to the window. It's always best if you can get a kit for something. Yeah, it might cost a little bit more money, but usually the kit's a little bit more refined, and you'll just have a better experience with install. Unless you're really DIY and you want to, do it yourself, but that's completely up to you.
Especially weird particular guns like the MP7. If you have ever pulled apart the AG, it is really delicate and is really complex. So a kit would be probably the best way to go for that.
A question on TikTok over here. Best pistol. Either in my opinion, the Elite Force Glock 17 Gen 5.
Gen 5.
Or the AAP01.
Yeah, those are my two. Yeah, Glock 17, the CO2 version, not the green gas version.
It only comes in green gas version.
Okay, well
the Gen 5 is only
the Gen 3.
No, Gen 5. Gen 5 is the best hop-up unit.
It does have the best hop-up unit, I'll give you that, but I like running CO2.
Yeah, but
so that's a no.
The green gas efficiency of the Gen 5 is good.
No, it's good. It's just outdoors when the climates change. I'd rather just be running CO2 or have the option to run CO2. So it's inferior.
Doesn't shoot as good. But yeah, Gen 5 is awesome. Gen 3 is also Gen 4. The Glock 17 Gen 4 is what you're thinking of. That's
Yes, the Gen.
that's
Yeah, the Gen 4. Yes.
Yeah. Hello, Solotron.
Hello, sir.
Tom back in the house.
Yes, I'm back from my long extended trip to MSW.
Well, how was your guys' weekend?
That was probably one of the best events I've been to in a while. MSWs are particularly ups and downs, like how the game flow goes. You are going to have those lulls, and when the lulls happen, I was like, oh my God, I just want to shoot people. But when we were out doing big movements and getting contact and stuff, great time. Had a great time hanging out with the cadre down there, and that property is absolutely cool. It's really like thorn bushy, but it was still really cool. I had a great weekend. Like I said, it was probably one of the best times I had. Blackjack was also awesome to see when we went through St. Louis. Had a fun time with him. So very good weekend. Very fun time with David and Logan.
That's good. I was in Brushy Mountain in Tennessee. I got sunburned.
It looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I had sunburn, and then I came back to Pittsburgh for it to be snowing.
Yes,
but it was a lot of fun. That the Brushy Mountain State Penitentiary is awesome. It's just the Milsim Mercs, they run it a lot better.
Oh, okay.
Than previous events that have been held there. Yeah. So if you get the opportunity to do a Milsim Merc at Brushy Mountain, I'd highly recommend it. It's a good time. I'm hopefully gonna work on a video from that. Let's see how much footage I have. Best AK. Out the box, it's
SEMA.
I think out of the box, if you never want to go into it, is an Arcturus. Performance wise,
I would say the E&L.
Well,
like a 105 E&L. I know they're the same company, but like there are differences between Arcturus AKs and E&L AKs, like the style. And some of them have Peruns or gates, and some of them don't.
I'm talking,
E&L.
Yeah, I'm talking about like the PP19 that they did.
Oh yeah,
it's like fully upgraded. It's like ready to go.
Yeah,
but if you're gonna build something, LCT.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. The only reason I said out of the box for E&L was because I think E&L has a better hop up than LCTs out of the box.
They do.
I think Arcturuses are really good, but I think if you want like a sturdier feeling, like a more classical look of an AK, I'd go with an E&L. If you want a more modern look of an AK with a bunch of different upgrades and stuff, I go with an Arcturus out of the box. And if you want something that is never going to break, feels like a toy, and for some reason can't die because it still didn't die this weekend.
My SEMA?
Your SEMA went down a 30-foot drop with Logan's weight crushing it.
I forgot I lent it to him.
And then it just kept running and didn't break.
Well, as long as it didn't break, I just got to get the silver Sharpie for it.
Yeah, it just does not break. So I'm gonna go with SEMA.
SEMA's if you just want something that doesn't break the bank, it just shoots forever, and you never have to maintain it. Just get if you want a bare bones airsoft gun.
Yeah,
get a SEMA.
Yeah, just run a SEMA.
Yeah.
Quick rundown on air volume. What happens if you have too much or too little? I will answer that in a second. I'm gonna get back to that one because that's one a little bit involved. So let's hit a few quick ones, and then I will answer that fully. I love that question.
But yeah, the best AK-12 probably.
There's a LCT and Arcturus make one.
You can't go wrong with either of them.
Yeah, they're both good and they're both different. I think the LCT might feel a little bit sturdier, but the Arcturus is actually really sturdy and it has a lot of internal upgrades that the LCT doesn't. And the spring change system on it is better than I think the LCT's spring change system.
Correct. I'm thinking about building a DMR platform with an HP engine. Should I get an Inferno or a Kythera?
I would do the Inferno for DMR stuff if you are not doing the 2.5 Kythera. Like, in my opinion, you're asking, do you want to have a really nice feeling trigger, or do you want to have really high tunable performance?
And quiet.
I would say the Inferno is going to be my choice if I'm building out a DMR for performance. And if you're doing a DMR, you're probably not going to be taking a lot of shots, so you want every shot to be as good as it can be. I would do an electronic unit in this case. But if you're trying to go for, like, I don't want to mess with it ever, and then you don't want to deal with a battery, you don't want to deal with electronics, I would do the Kythera because the Kythera works very well if it's the 2.5 version for a DMR. But if you ask my gut opinion, I would just go with Inferno.
Yeah, you'd be very happy with it. Miss you guys. Can't wait to see you all at Syndicate.
Oh, definitely, dude. Yeah, we got a good crew going to Syndicate.
Yeah, that place looks super cool. You know they do haunted tours?
Mm-hmm.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
The trailer scared me this morning.
Oh,
I
really?
watched it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, it was a freaking spooky thing, and then I think Logan was behind me, like, and like as I was watching it,
Good job.
and he scared me. But yeah, that'll be fun. That MP7 is a nightmare inside.
Yes, it is. It is an absolute fucking nightmare.
All right, what do I need? HPA and LCT PKP.
What do you?
An M249.
M249 gearbox, M60 nozzle, M249 fusion engine kit, or even a 249 kit in general for any of the units that you want to go with, and then an M60 length nozzle. And then I would grab a bull gear and a upgraded barrel system as well if you're just going in there.
It's already built.
Yeah.
And the gearbox is already built too, but I guess it's not good enough for frag. Oops, I like spooky places. Hey, look, that place is dope.
Yeah.
That place is actually really cool. Gate Titan, worth it.
100% every time.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Cannot go wrong. We love the Gate Titan.
Get the Titan 2 if you can, because it has Bluetooth built in and it makes your life way easier when you're programming and dealing with stuff on the field.
Don't know if I ever told you guys, I appreciate you and love the stream.
Thanks, bud.
We're glad.
We appreciate you. You come on every time. You ask some very cool questions. I really do appreciate you a lot.
Yeah, it's dope to just like the consistency, and I'm glad it's like good for everybody.
Yeah.
I'm glad you like it. Logan, is that a question over there on Twitch?
The big one just rolled in, yeah.
Oh. Well,
Would you like me to read it?
read it aloud for the class.
I'm illiterate.
That's okay. We won't judge you.
Hello, sorry for bothering you. I want to never mind. It's
It's a bot.
It's a scam. Never mind.
It's
We
a
just got
bot.
scammed.
It's a bot. We got bought.
We got bots in the
I would
stream.
like to offer you. No, go away. We
Jeez.
do not want your free car warranty.
I do not want chat bots.
Those are some interesting NVGs behind you.
They are the PBS, what we say, 22.
PBS 69.
60, PBS 69s, yes.
Yeah. I want to get an M60. Very, very cool gun.
Get an M60.
They are heavy. Just be courteous.
Get the Vietnam one.
Crispy West. Yeah, I got burnt. I burned.
Yeah, you
easily.
did. Yeah.
Well, I didn't wear a balaclava, so my face wasn't covered, and the back of my neck got burnt because I just wore a helmet.
Yeah.
And it just like cooked my cheeks.
Yeah, it did.
Mhm.
Yeah,
The back
it
of my
did.
neck is bad
He has
too.
this really nice cheeks. They got burned.
Speaking of Milsom West, will we be seeing you in April at West Virginia?
I'll be there. I think a lot of us are going. We are doing a lot of stuff with MSW that can't talk about until probably either the end of this week or the beginning of next. And maybe next live we talk about some stuff we're doing with MSW and a few other nano partners. But there's some cool stuff going on that I'm really excited about. But we will be there. If you did not pre-order tag-ins, we might have a few on the trailer. I'm not going to guarantee anything, but we might have a few. But pretty much they're all sold out for this drop. That's going to get there before the West Virginia. After West Virginia, there's going to be another drop of tag-ins. So if you guys are doing the pre-orders right now, that is what you are currently ordering for. So.
The Specna AKs internally are good.
Yeah, they are. I like them a lot. They run for a long time. I think Specna is doing a really good job with internals.
For sure. PP9 can confirm it'd be hot.
Yes. Yes.
Agreed. It sucks AKs are limited by hop-up. SEMA just works. It's like the Honda Civic. It runs not great, but always runs.
Yes.
I think they run pretty good.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say not great.
There were some like 200-foot plus engagements I was doing with 3.2s over the weekend, and because I was running blank fire. Dude, I love blank fire. It's awesome. But I gave my blank fire gun to Logan because stuff happened there where he couldn't use his. So I gave him mine to run for like one of the last engagements, and I had to use the SEMA. Dude, that thing like pushes 3.2s out there. I didn't think it had that range.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
dude.
no, that thing is crazy. Is there a barrel
There's
upgrade or anything?
Nothing.
Yeah, there's
better than
no upgrades to that. It was just 3.2s. And I was like, this is going past 200 feet. and it was just ripping through brush.
She was like 1.1 joule.
It just works, dude.
Agreed. Hey guys, hey. Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to the
Hey,
live.
hi. Hey there. Hi.
DMR fusion engine or F2 or N7 because closed bolt I know wasn't option.
He's talking about the other one, the Inferno or the Kythera guy.
Um,
Yeah, the fusion engine F2 are very good. The N7, yes, because it's closed bolt.
Yeah.
Or if you want a different mechanical system that is also closed bolts, the Mancraft system is. Mancraft system is very good. Him and I both have one of those. I really, really like mine. Yours is in a 1.5, right?
74M.
Yeah, 74M. And they run great.
That PDIK is like
The air volume it puts
sickening.
out is crazy.
And it's efficient. It doesn't,
Yeah.
I love it. I want to do a video on that thing. What are the best options to program the Gate Titan version 1?
The little USB hookup thing. When I would
Blue Link.
Yeah, or the Blue Link is also another thing. The other thing you can do if you only have the USB, you can have a USB Type C on one end, and then the micro to go into the USB port, and then you can use your phone actually and program it that way too. It does work that way. It's not designed that way, but it actually does work.
I think the Blue Link is one of the best pieces of equipment that like Gate or like an airsoft company has ever brought in, because like diagnosing an airsoft gun on the field and being able to do everything you can do at a computer but on your phone and on any Gate Titan.
Yep.
So it's like anybody who walked up was like, oh, my Titan's being weird.
Yep.
Just this weekend I had to tune a Titan because they installed it and they didn't have the Blue Link or the USB link to calibrate.
Calibrate.
And
Yeah,
it's like they would have been just SOL. Like the Titan won't work without calibration, understandably.
that's why if you're getting a Titan and you can get the Titan 2, I would just do that because it has Bluetooth integrated, so you don't have to worry about it as a separate little piece to do it. But the Blue Link is the best thing you can do for those.
Yeah, it's super nice. It's a super nice piece of equipment. I really enjoy it. It's never failed. It's never not worked.
Your ideal hop up for a Kythera? That is a really interesting question, and it depends on what gun and brand of gun you are putting it into. I know not really awesome answer, but unfortunately that is the answer. There are differences in tolerances between if you're looking at M4s, you're looking at different brands of M4s. They have slightly different tolerances in the way it's made and the way that the Kythera sits in their gearbox. You might want to use either the stock hop-up might be the best, a Max might be the best, a Crytek hop-up might be the best across the board on some cases. A Lonex might be. It really depends on the brand of M4 you're running, and then it depends even more if you're running a AK. It depends even more if you're running a SR25, something like that. It really depends on what brand of gun you have, unfortunately. Sorry, I can't.
You could always shoot us a message of what,
Yeah.
what you're using. So
Yeah. Wow, we got a lot.
yeah, we're doing good.
I have not forgotten about the air volume question. I will get to that. If I don't answer it by 1:30, I will answer it at 1:30. I just want to rapid fire these. You guys are sending them in like crazy. I really appreciate it. This is awesome.
Where are we at? I have an ANK M60. The thing kicks my butt on weight.
Yeah, it does. It's gonna.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Has anyone from Centurion gotten a hold of you guys to vend the event at the end of May at GTI?
Nobody has yet. That's on my schedule for the end of this week. I got back from MSW yesterday, and I was going to reach out about it. We definitely would love vending for it if nobody else is currently, but I do know that it's down in Georgia. Generally, if it's down in Georgia area, sometimes they have junkies vend that. We might do night vision rentals, but I haven't been contacted about it yet. So reach out, have somebody reach out to me. I know KJ and the guys all have my number, so just have them text me.
Thank you guys for being at Brushy Mountain this past weekend. Absolutely. We are glad that hopefully we enhanced your experience.
Yeah.
I want a Mancraft, but out of stock. I want a PDIK like Wes. Yeah, just wait. Hopefully we'll get them soon.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know a lot of people who are waiting for them to come back. So be quick. The Gate Titan card works well too. Yes, it does.
Yes, but I don't know if you can find those anymore.
Oh, did you run a Hollywood style BFA or a training BFA?
So I think it was a Hollywood style BFA for. I was running my AK.
Blank fire adapter.
Yeah,
Anybody
blank
who
fire.
doesn't know what BFA is. Took me a second.
So the AKs are weird. They don't really have anything but a Hollywood style. And if you guys don't know what a Hollywood style BFA is, a Hollywood style is not like this big clunky thing that goes on the end of a barrel to adapt for blank fire. A Hollywood one is very sleek. It looks like a flash hider, but all it is a blank fire adapter. AKs don't really have much other than a Hollywood style, so that's what I was running. It worked great. I got mine from Boland FX. If you guys are looking into blank fire for MSWs, though, check out the guys at Mo Guns. They do blank fire rentals, and they are very, very, very knowledgeable on what you might need to run a blank fire gun at an MSW. One of the most fun times I had, and those guys are some of the most chill dudes I've ever gotten to hang out with. Absolutely best people on the planet.
If I buy an HPA tank with you guys, could you send without the reg so I can bring it on the airplane?
We can loosen the reg so that you can just twist it off yourself, so you bring on the airplane. But your problem's going to be returning, because the second you put air in that tank and it's a return trip, you're going to have somebody do it for you again. And I don't know if most fields have the wrench that you need to do it.
If you're going to be traveling a lot with HPA tanks, I would probably recommend investing in the wrench.
Yeah, and it's not that expensive.
Just so you don't damage anything, and you can just do it when you need to do it.
If you're looking for the wrench, email us and we can give you a link to it.
And then you'd be good to go.
Yeah.
Stock hop up for Kythera is best.
Yeah, oftentimes it ends up being that. Sometimes Maxes are better. Again, depending on brand, it really, really depends.
How should I set up my AK-74U for SSO kit?
Oh, that is you.
I don't know anything about SSO.
I run militia.
Find your pickies, find your reference picks, and copy them.
Yeah.
I don't have an answer. I've been kind of lacking, to be honest with you.
I run militia because I don't really have to gear them. I just don't run attachments.
Tom doesn't have the capacity for impressions.
No, I don't.
He doesn't like that.
No, I like impressions. I just don't. I don't want to spend the money on a whole kit and a large amount of money. Some of these kits can be very expensive. The stuff you guys put into it, they're very, very costly. They're very cool, but I just don't want to have like one kit that I put together, and then if I'm not around all the guys who want to keep running that kit, then that's just a pile of money.
It's a leafy suit and JTech, bro. Come on.
Well, I have that.
Then you're good.
Yeah, I'm golden. That's set up.
And that's my favorite. Back again, still on the hunt for a good gas AR-10. Godspeed.
I mean, if you want an HPA one, there's a ton of different options that we could do for you, or you can wait for the Wolverine one to come out, the MTW.
Patience is king.
Yes.
How long is your turnaround on getting guns back after fixing them?
Probably about like 2 to 3 weeks right now, because we do have a lot of weird ones in right now. It's kind of bogging up our queue. That's why we really haven't been accepting new custom builds. RMA builds are in right now, and there's some weird RMAs that we're dealing with right now and waiting for parts to come in to replace some things. So right now it's about a 2 to 3 week turnaround from when they originally were in, just because there are some very weird ones over in tech right now.
What's the worst weather you've ever played in? Myself, I know it's not that bad, but 115 degrees, and that almost felt like it killed me. I mean, 115 is definitely not fun airsoft weather.
I think the worst I played was like 98 degrees, but it was like 80% humidity, and it was just oppressive. Like, I've played in cold environments, really, really cold weather games, and they suck, but they don't suck like heat does. Heat will like really stop you.
I'll take heat over cold any day of the week.
Not when I'm playing.
No,
not when I'm playing.
No, I can, dude. All you got to do to handle heat is drink water. The cold is so sickening. Your fingers stop working. Your toes go numb. Your mobility is restricted. Especially for toy guns, you're playing with guys who have this much clothing on, sticking off their body.
That is the other problem.
So now you're hindering the game you're playing.
Yeah.
Your guns break because the buckings and the rubber and the seals, the HPA leaks. Gun gamers, op attrition was the worst weather I've ever played in. I had a great time.
It was
Don't
the
get
best,
me wrong.
best game ever.
It was super fun. No, it really was. It was a ton of fun. But I don't
Oh, we were
like
freezing.
the cold. It was -2, and I know it's not like that cold. I mean, to some people, that's freezing to me. Anything under 50 degrees is cold to me. So that was like hell on earth. But everything broke. I mean, everything breaks. You don't move well. The ground is hard as a rock. So you're walking on grass. I mean, you could slip on ice. These are all things that don't exist in the heat. In the heat, you have a combat top on, drink some water, and you're good.
Well, I just want to drink Mountain Dew.
Well, that's your fault. That's your fault.
There are guys like that we run into. They're like,
Drink
I'm
some
drinking.
water.
You know, like holds up a liter of Mountain Dew. It's like, bro, don't do that to yourself. I don't want to see you carted out of here.
Yeah, drink. Yeah,
Wow,
8-degree
there's
airsoft, no work. Exactly. So yeah, the cold. Great question.
I don't know how people have had sunlight issues and never had sunlight issues with any of my gate products.
I never have.
It depends on how they're installing it, especially with like AKs. And there's that little clip, that like little plastic clip for the gearbox. If they don't put that back in, then light can get in and screw the
Piece of tape on
sensors.
it.
Yeah, that's about it.
I've never had a light issue with
I
Titan.
really haven't. I've noticed a light difference, and I have to recalibrate if I'm testing outside of a receiver
you
versus
you have to
inside
cover
the
it.
receiver.
I've never been able to tune a gearbox on the outside without covering the light.
Yeah, you
I'm
have
working
to
with.
do that. So like, if it's calibrated wrong, I could see that, but
Mhm.
not really.
No, Titans are pretty good.
You guys should do a non-trading program. LOL. I have extras and want another L3 PVS 14. So talking about that, maybe sometime Q3, Q4, we might start opening that up, but not really sure yet how we're gonna do that. But we've talked about it. I know a lot of people want it, so we might do that.
Are you guys getting any more Wolverine MTW, Danu Defense, Mark 18s, and Coyote?
Maybe. Depends on if they're going to keep making them. It sounds like they are. And I know we have talked about putting another order in, but it's really dependent on Wolverine at this point.
When it comes to grips on AKs and or on ARs, what's your favorite?
The PTS ones.
Bone stock, I'd pick an AK. You don't get AR burn on an AK.
Yeah, I don't like how thin a regular AK grip is, but an AG AK grip is fine, and they're really comfortable. But like if it's a gas blowback one, I want a bigger grip.
The Magpul one's pretty good
the
on
Magpul one,
AKs.
yeah.
My 74 or 105 GHK isn't here.
Yeah.
There's one on there.
You couldn't touch it if it was.
Yeah, I could show it, but yeah, I don't know. They're both comfortable. I think they're both comfortable once you switch them out. No, there are very few stock pistol grips that are like, there's no reason to change this. You know?
No, and that's kind of how a lot of them are. There's really not a lot of reason to change it. Jesus Christ, you guys are sending it today. I love it. Let's do 2 more, and then I'm going to do the air volume question because I said I would do it at 1:30. Let's see here. Oh, go up. Keep going. Oh, G&G Mark 110 or Snow Wolf M4, G&G MK 110.
Yeah.
Snow Wolf's a weird company. They make cool things, but I think in the long run, G&G is going to last longer. I would just spend your money there. I said it once. I'll say it again. Don't get the VFC gas blowback M110. It's also a headache of a gun. I mean, Jordan, you try. I think you seek out headache guns. Like, I think you just do that to yourself. But yeah, you're right. It is a headache.
They can be fun though.
Oh yeah. 8-degree airsoft equal guns no work. Well, yes.
If I didn't like Rustford so much, I want to put my M249 for blank fire.
Oh, dude, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, the Mo Guns guys had belt fits there for blank fires. Super cool. Super fun. So let's talk about air volume. And I'm going to try and keep it very quick and very short. You have a cylinder, or I'm going to talk about AG, and then we'll talk about how HPA replicates an AG a little bit and then can be adjusted past an AG. The way an airsoft gun works is by pushing air down the barrel behind a BB, right? So there's a cylinder in your gearbox, and a piston. That piston pushes air through that cylinder. The size of that cylinder determines how much air volume you have to work with and the stroke of the piston. So if it's only going halfway through that cylinder, that's only half the volume. What you kind of want to do is always be airing more on the side of over-voluming, because if you under-volume, then your shots are going to go a lot more all over the place and be underpowered, because you're going to get not enough air to push the BB the whole way down the volume of the barrel. So what you're trying to do is create a ratio of the air volume of the cylinder that you have inside the gearbox and the volume of your cylinder that is your inner barrel, and try and create a ratio that's almost 1-to-1 or a little bit bigger on the cylinder in the gearbox and a little bit smaller air volume of the cylinder of your inner barrel. And that's going to give you a lot better performance than if you are under-volumed or if you're majorly over-volumed. If you're majorly over-volumed, then you're going to get a lot of air turbulence, which is going to cause inconsistencies with shots. You're going to have weird groupings. You are going to have a lot more, power, but you're gonna have a lot of that air trying to force its way around the BB now instead of just pushing it out gently and having it very consistent. So the way that HPA kind of comes into that is you don't have a cylinder now, you have a airline coming from a tank and a opening that is electronically or mechanically controlled. And you can control electronically how long that gate is opened for, which can increase your air volume or decrease your air volume. And that is where we get into tuning a lot of times for HPA engines. So we're trying to basically match our volume to be a tiny bit more higher than the volume of our inner barrel when we're tuning. That's what we're trying to go for, but oftentimes you're just really looking at how it's shooting and trying to tune and be like, oh, that's a good grouping, because a lot of people aren't going to really be running the math on it to try and make it work. You're just going to like point, shoot, and try and tune it on the fly. It's a lot faster and a lot easier for a lot of people. But that's air volume. It affects your groupings. It affects your power. It affects your range. Air volume is a really big deal, and getting your ratio from your gearbox to your inner barrel correct is a very big deal. But that's my quick way of saying it to you. We could sit here for hours and I could talk about air volume ratios in airsoft guns, because it's a very, very big component of why they work and why they work well. So I'm going to leave it at that.
There you go. Where are we at? Hi, guys. Hello. Welcome to the live.
Hey, guys.
It's Eric's mom.
Oh, hey, what's up?
It took me a second.
Yeah, it took me. I literally was like, oh, hey, I remember you.
Cold, hand warmers, hot, short shorts.
Yeah.
Yes. Tom, that story is why we require water. We had a dude heat Kaz at 10:30 in the morning, and he legitimately said, I don't get it. I drank a whole 2 liter of soda last night. Airsofters are wild some days.
I think it's just like, since people come over, they're like, I drink soda all day. I'm fine. It's like,
there's water in soda, Tom. Duh.
No. There's completely not enough. If I ever say to you, yeah, there's plenty of water and coffee to keep me hydrated all day, I am well aware that it is not, and I just like coffee.
Yeah. I drank a Red Bull this morning. I'm good.
Red Bull's probably actually better for you than soda. I'll be honest. Like, it probably has more water in it.
I don't know about that.
Don't do that. Please don't do that. Just drink water. Like, you can have soda. Just please make sure you're drinking like a bottle or two for every liter.
Just drink water.
Just drink water.
You got to be peeing every hour. That's the ratio of hydration. You know that?
No.
You're not peeing almost every hour.
I don't want to do that.
Tell me I'm wrong. Someone in the comment tell me that's incorrect, because I'm pretty sure that's right.
I thought it was just that you need to look at the color of your pee.
I think that's important, but it should be hourly.
That you're peeing hourly?
Yeah, that means you're hydrated.
It takes me like 5. Sometimes I go for like 5-6 hours off.
And you're not hydrated.
Yeah.
Mom, get the camera. Amped Airsoft live stream is happening. Yes, admin.
Thank you,
We're
admin.
here for you. Thank you for being here for us. I only noticed the light issue on the Gate Titan 2 build. It was an M4, so it was odd. Sounds like user error, Vic. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I love Vic. He knows how to build guns.
That's interesting.
Send us a video.
Yeah,
Show me.
I'm interested about that because I don't think they changed anything with their sensors at all when they made the Titan 2. They just made it Bluetooth compatible as the really big upgrade for AEG side. For the other side, you could do HPA now with the right version.
Wes is right. Color is also key. So we were both correct.
All right, so that's not a normal thing when we're both right. That's weird, actually. Congrats.
You guys witnessed it here first.
We're both right.
It looks like this sticky note. No.
What?
Anything-
No.
What?
Anything darker than the color of the sticky note.
Dehydrated.
Yeah.
Dehydrated. Way to counteract overvoluming is using a ported barrel. But there is a rare nowadays. Edgy used to do them,
So
but it makes the gun so aggressively loud.
ported barrel, yes, but the people who are actually doing a version of a ported barrel to help with that's a really good point, is Maple Leaf's barrels are set up to have a weird port compensation at the end of them.
They're pretty cool.
That you can use for AEGs. They're really, really cool, and I actually have seen some really cool DMR builds with them because they like over volume like crazy. Then they put that barrel in, and it actually helps really, really a lot. So I would do that.
Good stuff.
Those are easy to find. Those are very easy to find.
Yeah. Where are we at here? Tom ratio 3/4 port up to 407 millimeters past that full or rear port.
Yep. You know who does a really good job in their like technical descriptions of what the porting is for and what length barrel it is Max is really good with their cylinders because they tell you like, hey, use this cylinder, like this port of a cylinder with this range of length of an inner barrel.
Mm-hmm.
They're very, very good about that. If you guys haven't noticed that, I particularly love that. I think more companies should do that.
LOL, Wes, you don't want to unintentionally give yourself hyponatremia. I've seen that too.
Yes.
Is that over drinking water?
Yes.
Right. No,
'Cause you're pissing out all of your like things that your body actually needs because you're just like peeing so much.
well, yeah. I mean, that's why I'm saying it should be average. It's not like time to pee.
I need to force it out.
It's like if you're in these like harsh conditions and you're just not like you're not drinking enough.
Yeah.
But yes, you're absolutely right. Did you ever see that article about the lady who was on a radio show and she was trying to win her kids a Wii gaming system?
Yeah.
And it was like a challenge on the radio show of drinking like a bunch of water in a certain amount of time. She died.
What?
Mm-hmm. It's an old. I remember seeing it on Facebook.
Was she like dry drown?
Oh,
That's crazy.
Drinking too much water.
That's crazy.
Yeah. So that was a thing. So yeah, don't
do that.
Don't do that.
Drink a normal amount of water when you're at an airsoft game.
Dehyd-
Don't just drink soda and don't just like down water every 30 seconds.
Dehydration gang. Gang.
That's probably all of us actually. Let's be real. We're
Oh,
dehydrated every time we go to an airsoft game.
I know. I should definitely drink more fluids.
Here we go.
What is your take on PTS Zev Core AEGs and what upgrades would you make to be a HPA killer?
The Zev line of guns, I've actually disassembled a few of them. They're actually really good internally. They're mainly based on SEMA gearboxes from what I can tell when I take them apart. But their MOSFET system is good. It looks proprietary. But it doesn't look like it's a Gate or a Perun or a Jeftron. It looks like it's a proprietary MOSFET. Some of them are trigger programmable. Some of them are not. Most versions of them are pretty good. They have some good upgrades internally in them. If you're trying to make it an HPA killer, you're probably going to have to gut most of it, though, because it's set up to be a more durable and snappy gun, but not like crazy snappy. It's made to be like a very good long-running gun.
HPA killer AEGs are tough to build.
You're trying to go for a really crazy SSG if you want durability, and if you're trying to go with absolute max performance, DSGs, but they're going to break quicker.
Well, performance is relative because performance is
like
trigger response.
Trigger response is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but overall performance, I'm not a fan of DSGs. I think they're really cool. I like them. I commend anyone who can build them.
They're going to break, though.
They do that.
They break.
HPA or AEG for LMGs?
HPA all day because of the wear and tear.
Not even an argument.
Yep.
We're
on the same page again. This is so weird.
Wow. Always love the nonsense.
Oh.
Always love the nonsense theme that runs through these peeing slides. I'm sure there's been more. Correct.
Oh, you mean the
lives?
The lives, yes. We're going to answer probably every question that's given to us. It doesn't matter if it's HPA or if it's AEG or if it's Airsoft even. We're just going to answer questions.
It's like the Wild West in here.
It is. I love it.
I wish that Max didn't suck. They work, but I bet you take any Max build and put it up to a Crytek or VFC hop, your FPS will go up.
Yeah, Maxes are weird in certain brands. And also, I think a lot of people don't realize that polymer a lot of times has less resistance to it. So like plastic hop-up units, good plastic hop-up units, not crappy ones, but good plastic hop-up units generally have a lower drag and lower resistance for the BB when it's feeding and shooting. So it can help a lot with feeding problems over anodized metal ones, which are made very, very good into tight tolerances. Maxes are really good. Retro Arms has really good hop-ups. But sometimes that anodization can be a little tacky and sometimes cause problems. And they don't form, they don't give as well like a little bit of a plastic one might. So there's some give and takes there.
Could you put a gate titan into the ZEV?
Yes, certain ones. Again, they have a proprietary MOSFET, and in most of them. Some of them have ones that you could just put a gate titan in, no problem. I did that already. And then some of them, the MOSFETs cut a little bit weird, like the Silver Edge gearbox from not ASG, but the not ASG. Who makes that gearbox? Oh my gosh, APS. APS makes one, and it's like this weird rectangle to it on the where the trigger's at, and you need a special board if you want to HPA it. But putting a gate in there is not doable because they're not made that way. They're not shaped right to fit in there.
I have an air leak in my puller stock right there. How much would it cost for you guys to fix it? Shoot us an email to tech@ampedairsoft.com, and we can discuss it there.
Yep.
So it's hard to tell price-wise.
We'll want videos. Please just take some videos right now of the problem illustrated, take some photos, and then when you send in your question, please send those videos in because it'll make it a lot faster for you with customer service.
Correct. How can I get my fusion engine to be more accurate? Make sure your nozzle alignment is perfect.
The biggest problem is that. Please do that.
And settings. And then bucking.
Yeah, we have a whole tuning guide for how to tune, but the biggest thing is nozzle alignment. Please, 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 please figure out nozzle alignment.
Yeah. So. AEGs fixing. You'll need an engineering degree. HPA, O-rings, and done.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah.
I think people make AEGs more complicated than they do.
I agree. I think you don't need an engineering degree. You just kind of need to know, like, oh, these things work this way, and if there's a problem, there's X problem. 1 through 4 parts might be the cause of it or contribute to it.
Vic is just trying to flex that he has an engineering degree.
He does, and we love him for it.
He's so smart. He's always posting Google Map videos of how far he's going to shoot. They're fake. They're not real.
They're not real, bro. You're arcing.
He's over here like, meow.
He's like figuring out how to remote fire it. He's throwing the gun and then pulling the trigger.
he has a gun on a trigger right at the target. So anytime he shoots from back here, it pings to make noise.
Oh, yes, yes.
Yeah, very smart. That engineering degree at work. What do you mean by nozzle alignment? The whole gearbox or just the nozzle? Yeah, so the nozzle lining up inside of the hop-up unit, but the way that you move the nozzle to line up into the hop-up unit, left, right, up, and down, is by shifting the gearbox, or in your case, the entire fusion engine.
Yes.
Yes, it's. I think we have a video on our YouTube channel about nozzle alignment. It isn't a Crytek, but it is applicable to other rifles.
Yeah, everything.
Just search nozzle alignment on the Amped Airsoft YouTube channel, and it will show you what we're talking about. But yes, you'll have to move the entire gearbox, not just the nozzle.
You can also sometimes change the pitch of the engine inside of the gearbox by doing some shimming inside the gearbox if you're not getting enough movement. That's another way of doing some nozzle alignment, but generally you're moving the physical gearbox around.
Or if you have a fusion engine like him.
Yeah, fusion engine, you're not doing that. Fusion engine is one whole system, and you're moving the gearbox around.
I have a 2-year degree. Damn it! It's all Photoshop.
No, it's not. We know you're lying.
Mouthful of BBs and an inner barrel is superior to HPA. Very reliable.
It works actually. It definitely does.
This is the guy with the leaky Kythera. Thanks, and I wish I could take the videos. Yeah, I mean, if you don't have a way to take the videos, yeah, please just shoot us an email nonetheless, and then we can get you taken care of, my friend.
Yep. Bouncing off my LMG question, what would the best engine for an LMG build be? I would tell you to get something that has dual solenoids.
F2.
Yeah, and F2 is going to be your best friend here, or the Fusion engine drop-in for a 249, which is going to work in an M60 and a PKP with the M60 length nozzle for that unit. I would tell you to get one of those two solely because of the feeding of the box mag can be varied, like a little bit, and you can compensate for it with DN a lot, which makes your life way easier when you're working with an LMG and HPA setup. So I would almost always tell people to do a dual solenoid. We do single solenoids all the time here, but if you're asking what's the best one, I would tell you to do a dual solenoid just because there's a lot of more factors going on with when you're doing an LMG build versus a regular rifleman build.
So this actually translates directly into, let's say I have this great question.
Yeah.
Let's say I have the nozzle alignment, new bucking, blue max hop-up, and all my mags are feeding. What do I need to do to be more consistent? But just like we were talking about with a dual solenoid system in your LMG, it's applicable to this question. Settings are more crucial than people realize. Your dwell, your DN, your DP, especially on a Fusion engine or an F2 with dual solenoids, you have to make sure that they are tuned for your setup and like BB weight and just every aspect of your airsoft gun does translate into what settings need to be to make them shoot.
And what time of year you're shooting it, or the
elevation.
Yeah, there's differences that you can tune for. If you're really going after it, you can tune a lot of different things to get really consistent groupings. But the main thing is going to be your DN and your DP and then your DR a little bit, but I'm not going to get into that. Your DP is the big one that's going to control your air volume, and like we talked about earlier with air volume, it is going to control your consistency when you play with that ratio, which your DP and your DN are going to help with.
Now, if you're still, after changing all these settings, factory resetting your FCU, and you're still finding inconsistencies, there is a physical component not functioning correctly.
Yep.
So if your nozzle alignment is A-okay, your settings seem to be, like no matter what I do, this inconsistency stays the same.
Yep.
What I always say is start working backwards. So if you have a full barrel build with a aftermarket hop-up unit, aftermarket bucking, aftermarket nub, and aftermarket barrel, work backwards. Take all your components, remove the aftermarket hop-up unit, put your stock hop-up unit back on, insert it into the gun. The problem's still there. Take the aftermarket nub out, stock nub back in. Problem's still there.
Do things one at a time. Don't change things altogether.
And then if you have if you've come all the way around to just a stock barrel setup and the problem is still there, it is now possibly something in your Fusion engine. Yeah. Solenoid not firing correctly. The nozzle could be mismachined. You're not actually getting the air into your engine that your
mag springs might be too strong.
Yeah,
that's a thing.
So
or too loose.
So just start working backwards slowly and individual parts. Don't ever do multiple things at once because then that variable is now undeterminable.
Yep. Not
determinable.
Yeah.
Determined? Is that determinable a word?
Kind of.
I mean, you know what I'm saying.
Not in the way you used it, but yes, it is.
What do you mean not in the way I used it? I think that was very applicable to what we were talking about. But anyway, that's what I would do.
I don't know when you use big words.
It's not even that. Is that right? That was just confirmation one time. Jeez. And good BBs. Thank you, Frag. Make sure you're using good BBs like Elite Force, BLS, HPA. Just make sure they are in Airsoft. Those are just a few examples. Make sure that's just
widely used in Airsoft.
Yeah. Or just try different ones. I mean, like seriously, like if you're just, some guns are just weird.
There's sometimes. So I run BLS BBs only in my GBLS, my like recoiling gun, And I know people who are like, oh, they shatter in my gun. And I'm like, I've never had a problem, and I'm going to continue to run those, and I'm not going to run anything else because I've had other problems with other brands, but they're all my HPAs. I can run kind of whatever I want in my HPAs. It depends on your gun.
It was Vic who mentioned the BBs, actually.
Yes.
Then I saw Frag's comment about BBs, but Vic actually said, and actually is loss affected by BB brand and quality. And if you're running a full barrel set with a fusion engine, make sure you're running a heavy enough BB, like 3.2 or heavier.
Yeah.
If you're running like a 2,
it's going to go all over the place.
Yeah, it's going to be too much oomph for such a light BB. So, yeah. Hopefully that wasn't just us screaming at you.
Ah!
Tomboy me Bob, West Lad. Good day.
Good night,
Ross. Okay. Good. So, big thing also is price point. BLS and other companies now have large price jumps after 3.2, so take that into account.
Yep.
BBs are crazy. Bio BB storage is key.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
You can find some little desiccant packs that absorb moisture. Put them in your BB bags when you're.
Don't open the packs.
Do not open the packs.
Leave them in the packs.
Do
But
not
yes.
eat the packs.
What?
That happens. No.
Did you guys know that beef jerky bags come with zins at the bottom?
Yeah,
That's
little,
exactly what I mean. Don't eat those.
Those little white packets. They're delicious. Yeah,
They just include a freeze in with
I
the
hate
bag.
both of you. I hate
So
both of
yummy.
you. I hate both of you.
It's like a reward.
Don't eat those.
Like it's spicy.
I'm letting natural selection take course here.
Don't eat them. Forget I said anything about them.
AEG, don't waste money on anything above a 3.2 due to max air volume.
Yeah.
Shut up, Vic. I'll run 4.8s in my AEG if I want to.
I mean, to a point.
I'm kidding.
4s and 4.8s
I've
you
never-
can run with a larger volume. So if you get a bore up kit, you definitely can run those and take advantage of them.
I don't put anything over a 3.2 in my AEGs.
You don't need to.
No.
In an AEG, in an HPA, you could take advantage of a lot of stuff.
New guns to the gun wall when?
Well,
you missed it.
Yeah.
TikTok hates our realistic looking firearms.
So we
put these ones.
because they're definitely
They're definitely colorful and pretty. So
pretty and colorful.
if TikTok gets bought out and we no longer have it, then
We'll
do whatever we
change,
want.
We'll change the guns.
so
Do you guys have any opinions on the Phoenix backdraft? I have looked at the Phoenix. If you're talking about the HPA engine, I've looked at it online. I haven't had it in hand. I really want to get some time with it. It's interesting for what the guy's trying to do with making more of a budget-minded HPA unit. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go look up the Phoenix HPA unit. But it's interesting. It uses a different type of solenoids that most people aren't using. Looking into those, they don't look like they're bad. But it looks interesting. I'm very interested to see how that project develops a little bit further.
time always tells. I don't know. They look too realistic to me. I know, very offensive.
Yeah.
These replicas are so offensive.
It's a problem.
Vic says so. These guns are just the Terry lineup.
I mean, the one is. Yeah.
Well, no, this isn't his. It's a shop.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's the alternate of his.
It's the inverted.
Yep.
Any idea what HP engine works inside of a Stoner? What Stoner? The
96 or the 63. There's two.
Yeah.
And any of them really do, as long as it's not a fusion engine. The fusion engine you can make work, but it's a lot harder. I would just go with an F2, a Jack, or an Inferno in those.
I have a Phoenix Black Draft in my M249 Featherweight.
How do you like
Works and feeds great. Well, there you go. You heard it here first, folks.
Cool.
Real life field testing. That's the best way to learn.
Yeah.
Anything that works with an M249 for the Stoner, same style gearbox, a V2 engine with other trigger contacts.
Yeah, basically.
Hey Tom, shame drag for taking the stock bipod of a PKP and putting some slim piece of shit bipod on the inside.
I mean, you can, but yeah, that's bad. You should not do that.
Yeah, don't do that.
Don't do that. Oh, shame frag. Ah, got you. Yeah. No, what? Why'd you do that, frag?
That gun was perfect.
Yeah, what?
Eric, they massacred the boy.
My boy. You've killed my boy.
HP engines are far more cost effective these days than cost of upgrading an AEG.
I would agree with that, and it's a
I
lot
don't.
less of a headache.
I don't agree.
Why?
Because
Why?
I just want to disagree. No, I think a lot of the times, from cost effectiveness, if you take 2 guns out of the box,
Yes.
take 2 guns out of the box.
Yes.
This would actually be a really.
This would be an interesting video.
Yeah,
We should do that.
we'll just do it and then we'll come back. Logan, write that down. Write that down.
You know how Donut does like,
Yes, I know everything that Donut does.
but like you know how they do like that whole hey, here's what we're gonna do.
high-low series.
Yeah, we should do that as AG.
We can't say these things. Now we're gonna get beat to the punches.
We should do that though.
Yeah, I know.
I like that.
Well, it was heard here first.
You'll just be the AG person. I'll just be the HPA person.
That's fine. I love it. Gears, compression, MOSFET motor. You're almost at Inferno cost. Yeah, but you've done nothing to upgrade your barrel components.
Yeah, but that I don't know if we can if you're doing HPA versus AEG, I don't know if we should talk about barrel costs because
I think
they're both gonna.
no. I know what
barrel
we should do.
Yeah.
I think we should get a budget. Like you have like
Oh yeah, $500.
bucks.
$500 to do,
and see which gun shoots better and further.
and we just have like
We have free reign.
We have free reign, $500. We both build one, and then we have people in the office and go, okay, which one do you prefer? And
But preference isn't a good test. It needs to be range, accuracy, consistency,
trigger feel.
I mean, yeah, you don't want.
Because you can spam the trigger faster on an HPA than you can on an AEG.
Yeah, but
But that might be that might be something people want.
no, you're right. I'm saying, but that's one of those things. Like,
We have to figure out criteria, point system. We need to figure out point system.
yeah, I think that'd be dope.
We need to do that.
You're gonna upgrade the barrel in both cases.
Exactly. That's my point.
No, unless the budget does not allow that. If you're like, oh, I want tunability, I bought a $440 HPA engine. I no longer can do anything other than a bucking.
That's fair.
Where I am using the functional components of the AEG to then upgrade components that make the BB go further.
I would also have to look at like what the base gun is. It's like, okay, what am I working with here with
And-
the bones? What bones I got?
And you need a tank, a line, and a regulator.
See, I think that
Nope, that has to be included. You're the consumer.
yeah, but
You
what
don't
if,
own this.
what if you already have one and
doesn't-
then you don't have to buy it?
I think it needs to be from scratch, someone getting into it.
Then it needs to probably be like an $800 budget.
I don't
instead
know,
of
man.
$500.
Who's got $800 just chilling? You know what I mean? I'm trying to make it realistic. I think we have to build some criteria.
I think if you are counting the tank line and reg, then you're never gonna get.
Yeah, you can do it.
No, if you're counting the tank line and reg,
500 is a bad number.
Yeah.
That was just a number we spit out.
you can't do a good HPA build for like in what you can do as an AEG versus what you can do HPA. If you include tank line and reg, you basically don't have any room for that barrel build. In which case, the AEG is probably going to shoot better. Probably.
Case in point.
Yeah.
I
If it's $500.
know.
If you're not including tank line and reg, then it becomes competitive.
Well, then do I need to buy a battery?
Yeah, but that's like so cheap. But like
Doesn't
again,
matter. I need it
yeah,
to function.
yeah.
That's components of my barrel
I
build.
need a battery. I need glasses. I need a charger. Actually, I need 4 batteries because it's not going to last as long.
Well, then you need to get an HPA fill station. You need to include a $25 fill pass.
I need the $25 fill pass from Airsoft. I'm gonna build stuff.
Yeah.
Actually, I'm just gonna buy the 800. What is it? $600 the Umarex compressor that we sell.
Yeah,
I'm required to buy that if
that's
you're
the whole
required
budget.
to buy
That's
the
whole budget.
charger.
That's the whole budget. All right, guys, I got the compressor.
All right, boys, just got the compressor here.
All right, we're done. So yes, I think this could be something.
That's cool, actually. I like that.
I like Vic. He goes, "I'm in West. Give me a $500 for credit." I hate you, Vic. You have so many toy gun parts laying around that you could probably build 18 guns out of just parts.
Oh, dude, yeah.
But I think we might get on that.
Last couple seconds, guys.
Oh,
Yeah, it's 2:01. Shut up. Let him continue. Let them read our rants.
What tank line and reg for a high kappa setup?
Standard 48.
48 3000 tank, SLP regulator, 36-inch line.
Yep, call it a day.
Enjoy your high kappa.
Unless you want a 26 because you want something smaller, but that's it.
But anyway, guys, thank you for joining our live stream. We do this every single week at 1 o'clock on Wednesday. And you can join us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch, or TikTok. So until TikTok might never be a thing. So join us next week. Bring your questions. Maybe we'll have a new video series. I doubt it. But I think we're going to do it. That'd be fun. So thank you guys for watching.
That'd be really cool.
Let's get on it.
Yeah.
Till
Bye,
next
guys.
week.